Hello everyone, my name is Pratik Karmiani. I am from Mumbai. I'm 23 and I work with an investment bank. This right here is my Seiko SNK809 and I really chose to speak about this watch because it's very special to me and I have a couple of really nice stories to share about this one. So first of all, I have always been into watches, but I was more of a, since I was a child basically, and at that time I used to collect G-Shocks and Swatch and whatnot. And then I started watching content around more refined watches, especially Hodinkee. The talking watch series really got me intrigued into more refined mechanical pieces. A few years ago I got my first real job, and this is the very first purchase that I made from my very first salary, right? So I remember that this watch was out of stock on all the Indian websites, as hard as it may be to believe, because this is really a mass produced watch. But I was still able to order it from Singapore, a website in Singapore. Now what so happened was that the Indian customs, they held it for 2 months. So they basically called me once, the customs department, and they told me that I need to pay a tax of more than $100 for this watch. Now the cost of this watch is around $100, I think. So paying a custom of more than $100 was not really making sense to me. So I clearly refused and I contacted the seller that this is the case. So what do we do? The seller was pretty nice. He told me, you know what, I'm going to be flying down to India for some event really soon. Next month indeed, so I can bring the watch over and then I can ship it to you from India. I said that sounds good. So that is how I ended up with this watch. And very recently, in the month of February, I made a trip to Vietnam, a solo trip for 10 days. Now COVID-19 was there, but it wasn't still as widespread as it is these days. So I distinctly remember it was a 10-day trip, and 8 days into the trip I was standing at a busy street one evening, was using my phone, and two guys basically zoom past me on a motorcycle. They snatch away my phone, right? Now whoever's into traveling and whoever's into watches, I think you can agree with me that whenever you travel with a watch, you develop a deeper relationship with it. Now because of what happened with me, I developed an even deeper relationship with this watch, because I was in a foreign country all by myself without even my phone, and in a country where barely anyone speaks English, right? And obviously I had 3 connecting flights back home to Bombay, so time was pretty crucial. Punctuality was the key, and that is where my Seiko and I basically developed a really deep relationship. And whenever I look at this watch now, I have stories to share, I have feelings with this watch. It might sound strange, but that's how I can describe it. So yeah, I'm really happy to have this one in my collection. And so yeah, this has been Pratik. This was my watch story. Ciao.